Ayy, Brewski, I'm in my zone like a 2-3. Would sue me, urban gorilla, no Gucci. Yeah, the scriptures I be kicking like Bruce Lee. Check my precepts, raw than sushi. Summertime, so I stay in the cool B. On the corner throwing bumps like I'm Drew Brees. Yeah, tap out for your how we bringing them gas out. Cut a heathen cause he running his fat mouth. Off the dribble, I be balling like.
Alright, what about you white people over there? Can you guys prove that God doesn't hate y'all?
She said, how does the book know what the Most High looks like?
Partaking in God. Might be a man, might be a woman. So I don't like white. You never know. I don't have the book that says that he's white.
What says that he's white? Look, little white girl.
She's gonna be a school shooter.
Here.
Hold on, stay right here. Hold this. Hold this. Stay right here. Let me show you something. Give me Daniel 7 and 9. Yeah. Are y'all Caucasian? You believe in the Bible? You believe in God?
I don't know about my mom. I'm not bad.
I'm sorry? What was that?
Nope.
You don't believe in God?
I believe in him a little bit.
As far as what? He created everything?
Jesus is real.
Okay. Jesus is a real person. Great. Who created the earth?
What?
Who created the earth?
That's a good question. It was already here. Nobody created it.
So where do we come from? Where do people come
The
from?
universe created it.
Okay, who created the universe? Where did the universe come from? Who made up that term universe anyway? Prove there's a universe in general. Prove it. Prove there's a universe. Prove there's planets that people live on outside of this planet. Can you do that? You can. Okay, prove there's other planets, period.
Everything in the stars and the,
Okay, where'd it come from? Where'd it come from?
my own choice. It's just like
That's not a problem. I'm just addressing her and I'm addressing you. How old are
Where
you?
did it come from? Well, we can never
Great.
know that.
You can never know that, but you believe it though.
What?
You just said you believe in that though. You said we came from the universe. So prove there's a universe. Prove there's anything outside of this existence.
We weren't here.
But you believe it though.
From
You-
the point we arrived.
Ma'am, you just said that we came from the universe.
No.
Prove that.
No, you asked about the planet. You didn't say where I come from.
No, I said where did the earth come from? Who created the earth? You said the universe created everything.
Right.
So prove it. Prove the universe created anything. What is the universe?
I don't need to prove it.
Oh, you don't. You just believe it, right? You just believe that? I'm supposed to believe you.
Opinion based on the
It's an
fact that
opinion.
we are,
That's not an
humans are
opinion.
made up of everything.
It's a theory. That would be called a theory. Somebody thought of it, like, oh, let me put it on paper and spread it to the masses.
It is a theory.
Of course it's a theory.
Of course.
It means it's not a fact, right?
We as humans
Theories aren't facts.
in the earth and outside the
That's
earth,
right.
we have had contact with.
What?
We're still
We've had contact with what?
We've had contact with the moon and space.
Really?
And outer space.
Are you sure?
Space.
We have?
Yep.
When? Yeah, when? The 60s? 1964? 1969?
I just know that I think that God is a universe. He's not a person. I just think that he's a universe.
So did God create the universe?
Yeah.
Great. Your mom doesn't agree, but that's not a problem. Let's get this and prove that God isn't white.
Personally, from a person that likes guys and girls, I think that
You're bisexual.
Yeah, I'm bisexual.
We'll get to that in a second.
Zero sexual.
I believe that. I would stand on your side with that because that's madness. But I understand. I understand why you would say that. But let's see what God looks like. Read.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Read.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
The Ancient of Days is known as God or the Creator. He sat down. This is a vision he's having. Read. What's that? Multiple people. Of course, multiple people. Multiple people. Of course.
For you. That you chose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are my ancestors. This is my ancestors' book.
Yeah, and they couldn't be
What's that?
making up a story.
It's not a story. You know what prophecy is? Have you heard of prophecy before?
Yeah, I heard of the prophecy.
I'm talking about her, your mother.
Prophecy.
What's prophecy?
That's another word for destiny.
In a sense. Something to say before and something happens afterwards, right?
It's basically a guess.
No, it's
Something's
not.
gonna happen.
No, it's
Something's
not.
gonna happen in the
No,
future.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a guess.
It's a guess.
You're guessing about the universe creating everything. That's madness. I can prove what I'm talking about. Let's take the one point at a time. Let's take the one point. You're trying to discredit something you don't know nothing about.
Evidence.
You have confused counsel right in front of us, your daughter and you. It's all madness going on. But let's prove one point at a time. I'm going to go back to the original point. You said God is white. I'm going to prove God is not white. Go ahead.
God is no race.
Who? I mean, we can say he's not a race, but we can prove he's a melanated person.
Oh, yeah, of course. But, yeah, like,
How do we know what God looks like?
Okay, we can get to that.
Y'all got a question, though.
Let me address one subject. Let me address one topic. We're going to get to that.
Did a person die and then come back to life and tell us what God looks like?
Who's going like the pure wool?
Like what?
The pure wool.
Who has woolly hair? Who has woolly hair?
Black people?
Black people, right? So God isn't white, right?
Yeah.
But you said that earlier. You said God was white earlier, right? You did say that. I heard you say that when you were walking up church.
But, hey, bro, can I ask you a question, though, real quick?
Hold on.
Why are you not loving these two people?
They're not our people.
I don't think they feel love, but that don't matter. They're not our people, but check it out. That's how they did us, though, right?
What's that?
That's how they did us, right? And
They're
how
still
they
doing it
did
right now.
Exactly.
So why do I need to love them right now?
I ain't saying you gotta let it, but why you doing this to them?
That's what you said though. Why am I giving them love?
We a group of men, right? We all men. You're too
That's
late.
an assumption.
I'm asking, bro.
Let them tell me that. Don't stick up for them. They didn't say that I'm not loving them right now. Why are you putting words in their mouth?
Oh, he's just
They didn't say anything about me not loving them. I'm giving them information.
I'm one of God's creations,
Sir,
right?
sir.
God made me a loving
Sir,
creature.
so you're changing the topic right now. You just said that I'm not loving them. They didn't say that at their own mouth. So why are you making up stuff?
Because I see you talking to this little girl like that, bro.
I'm reading the Bible verse to her. What are you talking about?
She look confused.
No, it doesn't matter.
Listen. What are you talking about? I ain't enlightening her. Are you listening? I'm reading the Bible verse to her. He said I'm not loving her. I'm giving her information about the Bible.
Hey, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're bugging the hell out.
Hey, I have a question.
You're bugging out, bro. You're making up lies. She didn't say nothing about me not loving her. She asked me a question about the Bible and reading the Bible. What are you talking about?
I have a question.
It's crazy, man.
If Jesus or God was watching us right now, you think he would be happy
Of course.
of us?
Absolutely. We're not arguing at all. I wasn't arguing with you, was I? He came up, changed the level of the conversation, saying some madness. I'm talking to you just like a regular person. We may disagree. I didn't yell at you. I didn't raise my voice. I raised my voice at him because he's making up stuff.
There's so many people that you'll
What is
never
black?
make any.
We're all human.
That's not what he said. He said I'm not treating you with love. That's what he said. Do you think I'm not treating you with love?
And some people like to look at differences rather
I'm
than
yelling at you?
similarities.
But is that not love? Am I not loving you?
We look at similarities.
What is love? What is love? Is love a feeling? Or is love an action?
Respect, courage, peace, and kindness.
But is love an action though? It's a verb, right? It's an action word.
It's a feeling.
I mean, they can say it's a feeling all they want, but we describe love as an action word.
Right.
I can say I love you and slap you upside your head. Is that love? I love you so much. Because that lady just said, I love my boyfriend so much I'd kill him. Is that love? Would you kill your mom? You love her, right? You wouldn't kill her, right? That's what somebody just told us. In her mind, she was being funny. I'm not saying she was being serious, but she tried to make a claim that I love my boyfriend so much I can kill him. And she said she loves him though, right?
Maybe the meaning of I love him so much I would kill him, meaning he's such a good person that he deserves to go to heaven.
Wow, that is insane. So what, the murderers go to heaven?
No.
So she would be jeopardizing her salvation by killing her boyfriend because she loves him.
No, the boyfriend would go to heaven. That's what she.
So why would she jeopardize her salvation by killing her boyfriend by doing a sin? But that's not love. That's the point. That's what I'm telling you. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I'm just saying that's the point that she was being funny, like I said, but she made that claim because we said that God hates white people. And we can prove it. Where are you at? What? Give me Proverbs 6 and 16, Ecclesiastes 4 and 16. I'm sorry?
Okay, for example, your boyfriend or girlfriend is like, oh, I love you so much. I would smack you up in the head. And the person goes, that's kind of rude.
Exactly.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I meant it as a sarcastic way. I meant like, you're so kind to me that you deserve to go to heaven.
So you would kill him.
She used the word kill as as a way to express her intensity.
Well, that's not. Kill is a very distinct definition.
Right, but she would never kill.
I'm not saying urge, but that's the example she used. Because I said that's the other sister that walked by earlier referenced that.
For different things.
And
So what does kill mean?
So much
God
slang
really
means
hated white people
Uh-huh.
just because of the old times?
The old times. What about today? What are they doing today?
Okay, what about the...
That's your
I
question.
forgot what his name is.
Who?
He's the guy on the penny.
Caesar Borgia.
Yeah.
The fake white Jesus. That's what you're talking about? Caesar Borgia?
Abraham Lincoln.
What about him?
President Lincoln.
What about President Lincoln?
Since he's white, does that mean that he doesn't deserve to go to heaven just because he's white? He set a bunch of black people free from slavery.
Oh, you're talking about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Was that his choice, though?
Yeah, that was his choice.
It was his choice?
Yeah.
He didn't have to sign any paperwork to have that happen? Do you know what happened? Well, you're young. I'm going to ask your mom. What happened during the Emancipation Proclamation? What was that about? You familiar with that information? Yeah, you believe in the universe. So, I mean, the universe created Abraham Lincoln. So, I mean, that should fall right in line with what you believe. Emancipation Proclamation. What was that about? It's about freeing the slaves, right? That's what your daughter said. But what was that for, though, ultimately? What was the Emancipation Proclamation for, freeing the slaves? Was that because there was white people were warring against each other over slavery, right?
Right.
Yes.
The white people didn't have slaves, quote unquote. The South had slaves.
And then there was a...
What was the fight over? It was over money.
And then there was a war.
It was over money. The white people in the South were getting so much money off of free labor. The white people in the North were getting mad at that.
That's right.
And guess what? Abraham Lincoln stepped in. Hey, we can all own these slaves. We're going to create a workforce and a penitentiary system so they can go to jail from here on out and make money off of the prison industrial complex and vagrancy laws.
Oh, so
And then we're going to oppress them systematically
have
now.
them be free, but then what?
And then create laws against them.
And which forces them to be slaves to someone
13th Amendment, of course.
like a trade labor.
What do you mean? A trade labor? How much are they getting paid in that jail?
I will let you live here on my plantation and work.
For how much? How much were they getting paid?
Oh,
Zero.
I don't
Pennies.
know. Nothing.
Pennies.
Or nothing.
Exactly. For free.
So it's like trade.
But I'm saying though.
Take care of you and...
Take care of you.
Well, that's what they... Yeah.
They made their children free.
Well, just feeding them. Feeding and housing, that's it.
Feeding and housing.
I know.
What were they eating on? What were they eating on the plantation?
Huh?
What were they eating on those plantations?
It was an illusion to make them think that they were free.
I mean, of course they didn't think they were free.
No.
They didn't know anything else because they didn't know where to go.
Right, exactly.
It took 2
You're smiling about this. This is crazy. Where are you at? Let's read the Bible. Give me this. 6 and 16.
It took 2
That's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6
you
and
brought it
verse
up.
16.
Why did you bring up praise?
These 6 things does the Lord hate.
Read that from the top. Hold on, you paying attention? Read.
There's plenty of places.
These 6 things does the Lord hate.
Let's see what 6 things white people do right now. Go ahead.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Read.
A proud look,
Proud, like the white man's proud. He thinks he can pass laws, go to different countries with his military, inflict
Buddy, look, we're supposed to...
laws on other countries because I have the biggest gun on the earth. I have all the military. I can put a drone in the sky and bomb people from far away if you don't obey me. That's what they do. Systematically, physically, spiritually. That's what a white man does.
Right.
Read that from the top.
these 6 things does the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Read.
A proud look, a lying tongue,
A lying tongue, that includes saying the universe has created everything. That's madness. Saying the earth is millions of years old, saying dinosaurs exist, that's all lies. Saying God loves everybody is a lie. That's a slave doctrine. That's what they taught the slaves on the plantation. God loves everybody, even though you're getting beat every day, put a chain around your neck, God loves me and you just the same. That's madness, right?
Right.
and hands that shed innocent blood.
Does the white man shed innocent blood on a daily basis in America? Most of the time, right? Cops kill black people and Hispanic people, and they don't go to jail for it, right?
Okay, I will agree with you on the cops part.
Okay, what about...
Cops deserve to fuck up and go to hell.
Listen, we agree, but who created cops, though? Who created that whole ordeal? The people in charge, right? Who's in charge of the earth? Are white people in charge of the planet? Let's just stick to America. Are white people in charge of America?
It isn't about color in that sense.
No,
It's
I'm
about
asking you a
rich-
particular question. Do white people run
rich
America?
people. I'm
Do
white,
white
and
people
I'm
run
not
America?
rich.
Who cares?
Yeah, but
Your people
we're
run
talking
America.
about
A cop isn't going to drive by and kill you just because you're white.
Yeah,
That's
but
not what's
you're
going to happen.
talking
Guess what? He's going to
about
drive by
ownership
black or Hispanic people and kill them because he has an opportunity to. What's that?
So you were just talking about where cops come from.
I didn't say where cops come from.
Yes.
I said, who sheds innocent blood? I said, do cops shed innocent blood? She said, yes. There's the white military running around the earth shedding innocent blood. Of course they do.
Yeah.
In the name of democracy, in the name of terrorism, they sponsor terrorists. What's that?
There's no cops in any other race.
I didn't say that. I said, who created cops?
If you go to Africa or other countries,
Cops weren't even created until after
white
slavery.
cops there too.
After they set the slaves free, that's when the first police station, the first church was created. First jails were created. Because they had to systematically oppress people of color. That's what happened. If the white man wasn't a devil, Black Wall Street would still exist today.
Right.
Because that's what happened. When we got off the plantation, we set up our own shop, our own cities. White men saw they couldn't get money with us. Oh, we gonna send a plane on Tulsa, Oklahoma and bomb them from above. That's an act of terrorism, right or wrong. If a plane flew over Oakland right now and bombed East Oakland or West Oakland where black people live, is that an act of terrorism? And that's what happened in America. 1921. That was 100 years ago. It happened in 1985 too in Philadelphia. 1985. That's 36 years ago. That's what white people did to black communities. They bombed them from above. Is that an act of terrorism? Is that shedding innocent blood? And read that from the top. Let's read what God feels about it.
Hey, Salakia. These 6 things does the Lord hate.
So God said he hates people that shed innocent blood. So who's God hate?
The USA?
Who's in charge of the USA? Who runs the military? Who runs the government? Who runs the police force?
The president?
No, the president doesn't run the police force. He runs the military. But who runs the military? Is the president white?
Because
Is he
I'm
white?
white.
So does
I don't
God?
run
So
any
does
of
God
that
hate white
shit
people?
at all? And I don't even
According to
know
that
if any of
definition.
My family doesn't run any
Well,
of
what
that
about
shit
Trump?
either.
Trump is still a white person, and God hates him. He did a few good things, but it doesn't change overall the systematic things he didn't do for black people. Because this is what happened when Trump got in charge. He started going against the grain a little bit. He started sprinkling a little love on the Hispanics and blacks, but all of a sudden, white people started going against him because they don't want black people to get help. The only help we're gonna get is through what? Welfare, food stamps, WIC. Might give you a little business loan here and there. What's
We
that?
live in an RV that doesn't even work.
And all praises to the God.
Right. That's right.
Guess what? You get a little dose of your own medicine. And you know why they did that? Yeah, there's a book called White Trash. I'm sure you haven't read it. You're only 12, but there's a book called White Trash, and it explains how the white men orchestrated this country to make it seem like, oh, we're all equal. Because now you say you're living in an RV. I'd rather live in an RV than an apartment. It's cheaper. No rent, you don't gotta pay for power, all this other garbage. I would prefer that, me personally. But I'm just saying, in order to masquerade as everybody being equal, he made sure there's white lower class people to make it seem like black and Spanish are on the same page, just like in slave times.
Who made sure?
I'm sorry, the white man, the people that are in charge. Is the white man in charge of America? We disagreed on that, right? Is Joe Biden running America as the president?
Yes.
Along with the judicial
What about when Obama
executive? Obama, his grandfather's white. Yes, his grandfather's white. Yes.
Oh, so he's a bad seed.
Of course he is. He's not our people.
Right.
If you don't want to say he's white, he's a Kenyan. Kenyans didn't go into slavery. Kenyans are in East Africa.
What about King Jr.?
Who? Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
He was a sellout.
Right. That's right.
You don't agree?
Yeah, he had nothing good to say.
You don't agree. What did Martin Luther King say after integration? You're 12. I'm not sure. What did he say after integration? What's your name? What's your mom's name? What's your name?
Her name is Day.
Day? What did Martin Luther King say after he integrated in 1960s? What did he say? After integration. Are you familiar?
I don't remember.
He said, I fear I lay my people into a burning building. What burning building is that? White supremacy. And quiet as kept, white people were writing his speeches. The Rothschilds. You familiar with the Rothschilds? You're old enough to remember the Rothschilds.
Right.
The elite families, the elite bankers that own 500 trillion worth of gold. You familiar with that? You don't know what the Rothschilds are? Okay, not a problem.
I do.
Oh, okay, you do.
Banker.
they're elite bankers, right? They own everything, right?
JP Morgan, Chase,
I mean, that's not a problem. Hold on. Give me the sign.
guys.
Give me the sign.
they rule everybody.
Listen. Companies that made their fortune from slavery. There's banks on here. Wells Fargo, AIG, New York Life, Aetna. These are all life insurance companies. Bank of America.
Okay, I will. Can I make a point? Because
What's
you're
that?
trying to make a point about that, right?
Well, the overall objective was a
When you
sign.
use
But go ahead.
slavery as the word, are you specifically saying just African American slavery?
Well,
Because
of
there
course
was
not.
Irish slavery.
You got to prove that. You got to prove that. You got to prove
You should
that.
go to New York.
Go to New York. What's in New York?
And Boston.
And what are Irishmen
Those
today?
are all the towns where that was New England. All those people, all the
Who were they enslaved to?
All the immigrants came.
Who were they enslaved to?
Whoever fucking gave them work, basically.
No, I'm talking about in Ireland. In Ireland. Because that's what
they
that's
left
what.
there for a reason.
Why?
It's just like the Mexicans are trying to leave, or Guatemalans.
Hold on.
Trying to leave.
No.
Wow.
No.
It's shitty.
Well, I agree with that, but
Their government isn't taking care of their own
okay.
people,
And who's running the
so they
government?
leave.
Are their own people running the
And
government?
It's like, okay, what do they
Hold on. Because she just lied. She just lied.
You leave where it's shitty to go where it's like a little less shitty. So
I can agree to that. Go ahead.
And so Irish. and
Okay, you're
Italians,
saying that those
all
places are.
these Colombians and Puerto
Wait,
Ricans, they all
wait.
come here.
Who made that? Who made?
from a
Who made Latin America though?
That's right.
You ever heard of the school?
Latin America?
You ever heard of the School of Americas?
I don't know. Guess what?
Listen, I'm gonna
Do you
tell
know
you
how
something.
humans work?
Listen, hold on.
Humans,
You
greed,
just said
and
that Latin
jealousy
American
and
countries are.
hate for each
I'ma tell
other.
you why.
It doesn't matter what race.
Okay,
It's
cool. I'm gonna tell you why.
Exist among all.
Right here,
And I've seen
listen,
it.
right here in
Right?
Fort Hood,
They're all dickheads
in
to
Fort
each
Hood,
other.
in Fort
Trying to
Hood.
escape.
You don't tell
Look, she's trying to
me
escape.
that
Exactly.
black-
Listen,
Look at every fucking
listen,
black person just because they're
listen.
black.
You just
Okay?
said that
So
all
that's
Latin American
bullshit.
countries are shitty and their governments are shitty. Why?
Yeah.
Here in
No,
Fort Hood, in the United States of America, there's a place called in Fort Hood Army Base, right? They had a school of the Americas, and they trained up dictators to dictate and to be dictators in Latin American countries. So the United States is to blame for all governments in Latin America.
My point is talking about
The American government is guilty, man.
That's right.
How many countries and governments has America overthrown?
Right.
Huh?
none.
Democratic
So
governments.
Why did people come here in the first place?
Because America,
People come here.
because America our countries up,
The
man.
king.
Because America our countries
the
up.
king of England, remember? There was a king. Remember that? Why did those
Black people ruled Europe at one point in time. What are you talking
And
about?
you know what was
What are you
the first
talking
thing
about?
that happened?
Why did white people come to
They were
America?
like, this is
To
bullshit.
rape, rob, and murder. That's what they did. That's the only reason why you're walking on this planet.
Right.
Or walking on this side of the earth. You came to America to rape, rob, and murder Native American Indians and indigenous Hispanics. And now you run this side of the earth.
So you're
But you forgot about that history. That was for the last 400 or 500 years. Why don't you talk about that? And that's why God hates white people. You came over here, rape, rob, and murder our indigenous brothers and sisters, and now you think you run the world. And that's why God's going to kill every last white person when he comes back. That's what's going to happen, damn devil.
That's my question.
That's what's going to happen. I don't answer questions from devils anymore.
That's right.
We're going to read the Bible to you devils. A 12-year-old devil and a devilish mom. Read that. Where you at? I'm positive change. Oh, you know what positive change is?
I'm not here bitching.
You know what positive change is going to be? When you disappear from the planet. Give me Job 20. Give me Job 20.
Progress. That's what I'm about.
How you making progress? You live in an RV. What progress are you
That
making?
has nothing to do with
What
it.
progress are you making?
I live in the RV as a choice.
Okay, I agree with that, but what progress are you making? In what way?
I teach youth
Right.
metal trades.
Metal trades. Welding, things like that, or what? I can appreciate that. That's not a problem. They took that out of schools. They took that out of schools for a reason.
And that's what I do. I give back to the community.
So you're a
I get
teacher.
paid to do it.
You're okay.
I teach.
Pro bono, not a problem.
I am an apprentice program. That's right.
So it's under the table, or you have like a certification, or
What? No, I don't need a certification.
that's what I'm saying. You do it under the table. It's under the table. So whoever.
No, under the table means I would be taking money for.
I didn't say that, but it's not. You don't have paperwork that you're.
I have a business name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you say you do it for free, though, right? That's what I mean.
Right. It takes time to become a non-profit. It's not
Great.
something you can Oh,
I didn't say anything like
Give
that.
me cash.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
That wasn't my point.
It takes time to become. I can still, in the meantime, teach children, youth, and that's what I do. And
About
I live in
welding.
West Oakland,
About welding and
and
things,
I
right?
fucking live right next to my workshop.
That's not a problem. That doesn't change your people's history of being devils and murderers. And that's our message. It does change.
I'm not up here just.
You're trying to shade. You're trying to make it seem like, oh, well, Irish people are in slavery too. No, they weren't. Irish people were not in slavery. Of course, I'm going to educate you on your history, on your wicked, evil deeds of your ancestors.
Right.
And the only reason why you're in America is because you murdered my people's ancestors. That's the only reason why you're here. You're trying to say, oh, why the Guatemalans and Ecuadorians coming here? Because it's a place where you just prove that your people influence the people that dictate those countries. That's your problem.
That you mentioned,
Come from slave masters, from white people.
Right.
Right or wrong?
they enslaved all kinds of people.
Who they enslaved?
That's my point. That's corporations.
Who they
What a
enslaved?
bitch. You
No, I'm talking about
should
their
care about
before
the
they were
fucking
invented.
rich
Before they were
people
invented,
that are fucking up
that
all
came
of
from
our
slave
lives,
money.
and I'm
That
one of
came
those
from
people
slave
too.
money. You're starting a
I
nonprofit.
don't teach my
That
daughter
doesn't mean
that,
anything.
These people are different.
Your
in
daughter
any
said she's
way because
bisexual. What are you
the color
talking
of
about?
their skin.
You haven't taught me anything except for yelling and
The devil is trying. Satan casting out Satan. That's what happened.
That's a child talking about who's bisexual, man. Hey, that's like a vegetarian cat, man. We know who's making that decision there, man.
Yeah, that's the media.
We know who's making that decision.
But you're supposed to be teaching her. Why aren't you teaching her about being heterosexual? You know why? Because the white man is purposefully abominable. He pushes a homosexual agenda in the schools.
Right.
You homeschooler? You homeschooler?
One day she's this, and next day
One day he's that.
she's fucking something else.
Why don't she follow your lead?
Well,
How come she didn't follow your lead?
That's the way it is.
How come she
If
didn't
you
follow
were a
your lead?
parent, you would understand.
I'm talking about you.
that.
Why didn't she follow your lead as a good example? Why didn't she follow that
She's
lead?
an individual person.
So if she's bisexual, you wouldn't have a problem with her, right?
She's not any sexual.
But why would she say that? How did she know about that? How did she know
And
about
I would
that?
say she's just exploring whatever her fucking choices are.
But do you have a
She's
problem with
lucky
that?
She has choices.
Do you have a problem with that
I have a
though?
problem with her like announcing something that she doesn't even understand enough about.
Okay, not a problem. I'm not saying she's doing the actions, but she just
So
has that
she
thought.
runs around and goes, I want a boyfriend. She doesn't say, I want a girlfriend.
Well, she said that
And I'm
earlier,
like,
but
you
that's not a
need
problem.
no
That's your problem
fucking
actually, but
girlfriend.
that's not a problem.
Okay?
The white man's abominable. Give me that Job 20. Where are you at?
Sexual.
We're gonna read the Bible.
What's happening?
Start at 4. Let's talk about your ancestors again, since you want to stay here and talk about this. Huh?
Italians?
Anybody? Italians are white people, right?
They're from Italy.
They're white people.
And then
They're European, right?
Italians didn't come from England.
I mean, they're all the same people, though.
We're all the same people.
Who?
Right?
Who, me?
Yes.
Of course
Are we all
not.
descendants from Africa? Isn't that the
Technically,
original?
kind of.
Yeah.
In a sense, in a way.
Great, thank you.
But you'll be considered a mutant. You're a mutant, though.
And didn't get as much sun.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes.
African people lived in caves,
And then
too.
Explain.
African people lived in caves, too.
Explain Eskimos. What about them?
What about them? They're Native Americans. Are they melanated? They're melanated, right?
Right, but it's about.
And they don't look
your
like you.
planet
That's the
and where
point.
you live.
No, it's
Your
not.
Bodies change. There's a reason
Huh?
why.
Oh, so
they're
people's
safe.
skin tone can change by
It's
living in a
reason
certain
why
place.
they're-
That is madness. That is not
there's a
scientific.
reason why they're
That's not
safe.
science.
Our lids are certain way to protect their eyes from their
That's ridiculous.
Our bodies.
African people have that same epicanthic food in West
Our
Africa.
bodies adapt.
No, they don't. No. So why are white people in Europe turning dark skinned? Because it's so cold there. Yeah, why are the Eskimos dark and not? Why aren't the Eskimos white then? How come the Eskimos aren't white?
Because they're outside.
Oh, they're outside, but they're in a cold place. You know the sun barely shines in Alaska. Barely. How much is
Actually, like 20 hours.
20 hours?
a day.
But it's cold
And
there.
there's no nights for fucking like. They have summers that there's no nights.
I didn't say all year. I'm saying there's times of time in Alaska.
And then there's times when there's no night. dead.
That's not in all parts of Alaska.
Exactly. That's not in all parts of Alaska anyway.
Alaska's hella big.
The point is, people in Eastern Europe aren't dark skinned. They're not turning dark skinned anytime soon. Why is that? Eastern Russia, all that type of stuff. Or Western Russia, excuse me.
Pardon the body, pardon the body.
Russia is one of the coldest places on the planet. They're not turning more white. Them Eskimos aren't turning white either. But give me this. Let's read about white people.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth?
Since man was placed upon the earth, read on.
That the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Yeah, even though the white man runs the earth right now, guess what? God has a plan for the white man.
That's right. That's right.
And we know it because it's written in the Bible. You want to know what the plan is? Let's read it. Go ahead.
And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment.
Hey, the white man's the biggest hypocrite. Come all to America, land of the free, home of the brave, but guess what? I enslaved people to get this land.
Right.
Then, like you said, the Emancipation Proclamation happened. Oh, the white people set the slaves free, but guess what? They still had them in slavery. They put Native Indians in slavery. And then they indoctrinated them by putting them in reservations and in boarding schools. Stripped them of their heritage, put them in suits and ties, and told them to cut their hair. That's madness. Go ahead.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever.
God says he's going to perish forever, Reed.
Like his own dung. They which...
Hey, come over here and debate me. Come over here and debate me. Come over here and debate me.
Well, you know who debates? People who need to prove something outside of themselves.
Great. You don't know anything.
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why you need to learn something. Exactly. And that's the first step to learning something. And when you start learning something, you're going to debate the nonsense that you know that you heard before. That's your problem. You don't want to learn. You're going to stay dumb as a damn idiot, Reed.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. He shall be chased away by a vision of the night.
Read on.
The eye also which saw him shall see him no more.
The eye that saw the white man is not going to see him no more. Because God's going to judge you. What's that? Give me that Ecclesiastes 60. Let me read you something based on that. I'm glad you said that. Let's read something based on that context.
The Lord hath made all things for himself.
He made all things for himself, including white people. Guess what? What's going to happen to them?
Ye, even the wicked for the evil day.
Exactly. He created white people just for the day of evil. For them to get judged, go into slavery, and get judged again and get exterminated, man. That's what's going to happen. That little girl was confused because her mom was confused. She was trying to skate around the judgment like what's the dude off Incredibles? Would I be skating on ice? That's what she was trying to do. Huh? Yeah, Frozo. She was skating around that judgment like Frozo, man. That's crazy. Trying to plead her case. I teach welding. Like, what the hell is that going to do for anybody? Nothing, man. It's madness. This white man is finished. And his children. But let's keep reading this. Job. Listen, our people's destroyed. That brother came up here and lied on me, talking about not showing her love. Like, let them devils say it. I mean, first and foremost, I don't care. But secondly, why are you sticking up for the oppressor? They did that in the past, but not anymore. Wait a minute. Didn't they just bring out a couple weeks ago how they caught up a plantation in Georgia, how they was enslaving Mexicans at gunpoint? That was less than 3 months ago. But the white man changed. Yeah, right. Read.
The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor.
Yeah, that's what happened. Right now. What did she say earlier? She tried to start a non-profit. There's black people that have non-profits. It's not a problem. And guess what? That's seeking to please the poor. Giving us trinkets and crumbs, like it says in Luke 16, when Christ gives the parable of Lazarus. Go ahead.
And his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
Go ahead.
Which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth.
Yeah, wickedness sweet in these people's mouths. Go ahead. Get that sister a flyer.
Though he hide it under his tongue.
Read. Yeah, the white man hides the wickedness under his tongue, but guess what? He passed laws all the time to oppress us still. Now they got a law that says, I think they passed it like last month or 2 months ago, Slovakia, about how basically what we're doing today is eventually it's going to become kind of like a hate crime in a sense. Any guys listening to this future terrorists who are coming out here preaching the Bible how we do. Because we're right in front of a Catholic church. God loves everybody, but guess what? On the outside, the judges, the people in the judicial system, they put their hand on the Bible, they swear by it, but in actuality, when black people get killed by police, what laws do they pass? Asian hate bill. Not black hate bill, the Asian hate bill. Asians been getting depressed like that. Asians got all type of business. All type of funds and things like that.
Right.
Black people, we got a few businesses here and there. Not nationwide though. We're destroyed as a nation. All throughout the slums and the ghettos, man. And the Spanish. How y'all doing? Get these sisters a flyer. How y'all doing? We're doing great. Y'all chosen people of God, sister. Get that flyer and do some research. Read.
Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue.
Go ahead.
Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth.
Exactly. The white man ain't gonna change how he does. You have a question, sister? Slovakia. Sister, do you have a question? In the pink pants. Okay, not a problem.
Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asps within him. He has swallowed down riches and shall vomit them up again.
Exactly. That's how it says in the prophecy of Isaiah. They're gonna bring their riches to us. That's what's gonna happen. The white man got the riches of the world through oil, gold, minerals, all that type of stuff. And guess what? This will all come back to the nation of Israel because how he written 2 Ezra 6, the world is made for our sake. That's what's gonna happen. Read.
God shall cast them out of his belly.
Read.
He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter.
Read.
That which he labored for shall he restore.
He labored for this by putting us in slavery. He's going to restore it because why? He didn't earn it. And it's in prophecy that what? Esau's going to be a vagabond and he's not going to be able to till the ground. Go ahead.
He shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Exactly. White man ain't going to be bad to give us power. That's why it has to be a spiritual thing to happen. We can't do it physically because God doesn't want us to do it that way. As soon as we get right, Most High's going to put a spirit on the eastern powers of Russia and China and Iran, Iraq and Ethiopia and all these other countries. He's going to put a spirit on them to invade America. I mean, that's what happened recently, right? Who heard about that? Russian troops in Nicaragua. That's what just happened, literally like a few days ago. So Russia's getting ties to these different countries to try to come in, trap shoot, try to get these Americans. But Lord willing, like I said, our people repent before that day comes, right?
Because he has oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away a house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired.
Keep reading.
There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Exactly. Every hand of the wicked, every heathen is going to come upon this white man, because Job is in the land of Edom right now, prophesying. So that's what he's going into. Go ahead.
When?
Read that part again. He's going to bring it straight.
In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits.
Yeah, he's going to be in the street jacket. He's going to be in slavery. Go ahead.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
When the white man thinks he's going to win the war by pressing the button of his own, he's going to use the aims that we've seen in the videos to stop that nuclear bomb from going off and then have Russia's nukes hit. That's what's going to happen. The nuclear defense system's going to fail because Most High already plotted the plan that this place is going to be destroyed, right?
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Yeah, he's going to try to flee. That bow of steel is going to strike him through. Talk about that nuke, man, right?
It is drawn and coming out of the body. Ye, the glittering sword coming out of his gall, terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in its secret places.
Uh-huh.
A fire not blown shall consume him.
Fire not blown is gonna consume. We all know what that's talking about. Go ahead.
It shall go ill with him.
It's gonna go ill with him. It's gonna be a sick scene. It's gonna go very bad for this white man in America. Go ahead.
That is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity.
Yeah, the heaven's gonna reveal his iniquity. Everybody gonna know that America, the UN, NATO, all these white people that are in power, they gonna realize, oh man, these people have been doing things bad. That's what I think Chief and Casal was going into not that long ago. About how they're like, man, like China wants to take over Taiwan again, Russia wants to go after Ukraine, but America wants to stick up for them like they're the ones in a righteous standpoint. When they just copying them. That's all. They're all heathens. They're just copying the white man's ways.
Verse 29. This is the portion of a wicked man from God.
It's the portion of a wicked man from God. We all know who's wicked. Our people are wicked, but guess what? We have a chance of redemption. This white man don't got a chance. Because he's done too much wickedness, right?
And the heritage appointed unto him by God.
Exactly. That's a portion of a wicked man. Destruction, slavery, and then extermination, as it is written. That's what's going to happen, man. We can't wait for that day, but it's not going to happen until we get right. The elect get sealed. The 144,000, the 12 tribes of Israel, along with the 1/3, the vast majority of women and children as well. And that's what we hope for. What's going on? Give me that.
Isaiah 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies.
Yeah, that's when that 12-year-old girl was speaking lies.